Hello, Taurus. This is part two of your reading. I was just sitting here doing the cards, and the video just cut off. The video just completely cut off. So somebody definitely didn't want to hear that. I'm not even near it to touch it. And it just ended. The video just ended. Okay? This is part two. And this person did not want me to say it because I was right on this Seven of Swords here. This person with high tree just did a lot of things to hurt you. And no matter what you did, you try to prove you kept taking this person back, and they just kept wearing a mask. Yeah, the phone just cut off. The video just cut off. I kid you not. The video just cut off. This is part two. This person had a lot of secrets. That's where I was at in that video before it shut off. Don't want me to tell their secrets that they had going on with themselves. They were hiding. It had a lot of secrets going on. Okay? They could have had a secret lover, another partner, third party situation. They had something that they were very secretive about. And I'm going to clarify what was the secret, what was going on. Spirit, clarify this Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords. This person was carrying some secrets. This person was someone that played, that knew how to maneuver around you, okay? This person had you got the Temperance in the reverse that popped out. This person had some hidden anger within himself or herself. This person could have secretly, okay, just angry. They were going through some very dark energy, okay? The Temperance, they could have had an anger problem, okay? I also am picking up this person could have had secret hate against you. I know, sleeping with the enemy, because you are somebody that they wish they could have the confidence and the, in the relationship. And you was a person that was in a relation that was confident in the relationship. Like, I'm picking up the energy that you was not a very jealous man or a very jealous woman. This person, okay, Spirit is telling this is coming through. This person said you act like you didn't do, that you was so innocent, like you didn't do anything wrong. I feel like this person really did not like that you felt like you were better than them, or they felt like you it's like you didn't have any secrets, okay? I feel like with this anger, this person had some animosity towards you because you, Taurus, could act like you are perfect, or act like you didn't do no wrong, like you don't, like, it's okay. This person trying to say that their energy is coming in, Taurus, like they're saying that you provoke them a lot of times into whatever for them to be angry. I also feel as though that this person did things out of anger, because when you made them mad, they could have went and cheated. When you done something shysty, they could have cheated. So they're saying that you provoked them. You can't provoke nobody into doing nothing. Let me say that. This person, the energy is coming through that this person is saying that you provoked them in anger, so that caused them to lie. So I feel as though that this person is like, you act like your poop don't stink. You act like you didn't do things wrong, that you wasn't disrespectful, that you didn't did. And I feel as though, I really feel, Taurus, that this came from because you had to defend yourself because of how they treated you. And of course, you're going to defend yourself and cuss them out and do whatever. But this person is saying you trigger them, and that's what caused them to go into this mask. Okay? You triggered them, and that's why they, it's like when you ask them where he been, where she been, or what this and that, it's like it always triggered them when you ask them about where that y'all was in a connection. You supposed to. Like, what's going on here? So I feel like this person was hiding behind the mask was a lot of anger. Tell me more about this Seven of Swords. This person had a lot of anger built up. This person could have been in relationships where they were lied to, cheated on. They had a lot of anger, and so they never healed from that, and so they jumped over to a relationship with you, and they did that to you. Okay, I feel like whoever hurt this person, yeah, Ace of Swords, okay, clarity, okay. I feel like this person is more of a tit for tat energy I'm picking up. You gain clarity about this. This was more of a tit for tat person. Okay. When I say that, it's like I don't see you as doing what this person done, but it's like you had more against, like in the court, or like a defense, you had more against this person than they had against you. Only thing they can say about you is like, well, you remember when you went out with your girlfriends or your guy friends, you probably was cheating, and they didn't have nothing on you, but you had a lot on this person. And so this person, you will make this person angry every time you will question this person. Every time, you will always, because they were hiding something. If you will always ask them, it could be a simple question and they get upset. That's what Spirit is telling me. That's because they were hiding something the whole time. Okay. And it's like, it's just a simple question. I just want to know, which store did you go to? Okay, I just want to know, what time you'll be home. It's like this person didn't want you to ask him or her anything. Okay, it's like that's because they were wearing a mask. And so I also feel like this person, there were no peace in this connection. There were no peace. It was always a different day. It was always something was going to be an argument. It was going to be an argument. It was going to be that a day could not go by not unless it was an argument. Let's say every other day. But this person, you had no peace. There were no peace. There were no balance in this connection. Only time it was peace was when you were having sex, and hell, you will probably argue to get to that. My God. You know what they call it? Makeup sex. But this person had a lot of built up anger in him or her. A lot of built up anger of being deceived in their past, lied to, in relationships, with people, with family, with whatever was going on. And they brought all of that energy, all that energy they brought towards you when you met them. They bought it, but you had got so caught up in the feelings of loving this person and caring for this person, and you would do anything for this person, but this person didn't care how he or she treated you. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. I also feel like this person financially drained you. I also feel like when you met this person, whoever you are, Taurus, you had a lot going for yourself. Okay, you were pretty good. You didn't have, you wasn't rich or anything. Some of you might have been, but you had enough of money. You had enough of money saved in your account when you met this person, and everything was going good. The first, Spirit is telling me first year or two. Okay, first 9 months. After 9 months, that's when all hell started breaking loose. But see, you had already got so caught up, because if you think about it, 9 months is a long time. That's a long time. You have already connected with a soul tie when you was with this person. Okay, so your guard was up after 9 months. You got the 9 of Swords. Things started not making sense, and you started putting your guard up. Okay, and so this person, Taurus, it just very manipulating, and you had a lot going for yourself. Okay, you had some money saved in the bank when you met this man or this woman. It wasn't a whole lot, but it was enough that you was good. But after you walked away and decided that I can't do this no more, you were in the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. You were in the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yes, you was. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Now, a lot of you are back on your feet, okay? You're back stable, Okay, like I said, for some of y'all, this is past tense. Some of y'all, you're going through this right now. Yeah, got the Temperance again in reverse. This person, a very, oh, you were dealing with a woman or a man that had anger issues. You got the Temperance twice in the reverse with two different decks. This person had a lot of built up anger inside of them, and they took it out on you. They took it out on you. That's why no matter what you done, they were never happy, because they wasn't happy within themselves. Okay, you tried to love him, you tried to love her, but they just was not happy. They wasn't happy. They were angry. It's like, you know, you had no peace. It was always they were. It's like their retaliation was, if you bring up something, it's like their retaliation is, no matter what you said, it's just somebody that you couldn't even, I'm picking up the energy that you couldn't even sit down, and y'all could be sitting on the couch across from each other watching TV, and you having a conversation, like a logical conversation, and it's like they get so defensive very quickly. Who were y'all dealing with? They jumped to conclusions and got very defensive when you asked them something. That's because they were wearing a mask. That's because they were masked up. If you look at this mask, look at that. You see the expression on this mask face. You can see the anger, no peace. This person didn't come in to bring you peace. This person came in to shake your foundation up. That's why we got to be very mindful when you are when you have not healed, and you end up with a low vibration entity, demonic, karmic situation. This person was miserable inside. It's nothing that you could have done, Taurus. To this day, if you're in this right now, it's nothing you can do, because until someone loved themselves, they cannot love you. This person never saw you from day one. They act like they saw you because they was trying to get you into the energy of 9 months. It's like after 9 months, I want to say for some of y'all, that's when you started putting your guard up about this person, because they started maybe taking things out on you. It can be something simple. That's when you start to put your walls up, was after 9 months. Okay. Yeah. 1 to 9 months. I'm picking up strong 9 months up to, a year. And that's because they started, you carried a lot of burdens. Okay. Look at that. Look how that person carrying them burdens. 10 of Wands. You carried all their weight. You carried all the weight. They go to Empress in the reverse. Jealous, insecure person. Mean. You carried all their problems. No matter what I did, Miss Positive Thoughts and Energy. No matter what I done, I carried everything for this woman. That's why I'm saying I kept picking up the masculine energy that's listening to me right now. No matter what you did for this woman, you carried everything. This person, she still wasn't never satisfied. He still wasn't never satisfied. You carried a lot of burdens. You got this person out of a lot of financial stuff. You have this, but they was never pleased. Never satisfied. Okay. Very insecure, low vibration. Okay. And I also feel like the reason why, y'all had a very insane chemistry. But it was a toxic. And this person carried a lot of secret. I'm also picking up somebody could have gave somebody a STD and brought an STD back, or chlamydia. Okay. I also am picking up the energy, masculine energy. Your penis was broke out. Your beef jerky was broke out. And you still forgave this person. Okay. Wow. Are you serious? That's all I can say is wow. Look at the bottom of the deck. Devil. Wow. Codependent. That's what the devil is. Codependent. Okay. Toxic. Mental, physical abuse, mental, codependent. Like I said, between you and this person, you could have had a child with this person. If not, okay, the Knight of Cups is right behind the devil. The cup that they had was toxic and you didn't even know it. That's what they were hiding. That's what this person was hiding. Their toxic traits, their toxic ways about themselves. Yeah. They definitely was hiding that they had anger issues. They were insecure. She was insecure. He was insecure. Anger issues. Didn't, a lot of conflict. This person, I'm picking up the energy. This person loved to argue. Love to argue. Love to argue. Yeah. They came in with the cup, all right. Yeah. You met this person. I've said it before in previous videos. You met this person on their karmic wheel. You went down a rabbit hole. And it took some of y'all a long time to come out of it. A long time to come out of it. Look at that. 7 of Swords again. A lot of sneaking and hiding behind your back. A lot of deception. Wearing the mask. Cunning. This person was very cunning. Okay. This person had some good sex. And I feel like you got emotionally attached to this person. Okay. And it's like you just saw nothing. Okay. You were blinded by love. You were blinded by how you felt about this man or this woman. Yeah. Now you're a high priestess. Okay. Now you are succeeding. Now you're back in your power. You're back in authority of your life. Now you're moving forward. But this was hard. You had to walk away. Now you're working on you're building your finances back up. You release this burden with the 10 of Wands in the reverse. You release that burden that you picked up on this person because the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, this person did not put in the work with you. Yep. You said, this is not my soulmate. Some of you are not in this connection. The Lovers in the reverse. This is somebody you used to have a very deep twin flame connection with. Okay. Or some type of spiritual connection with, like I said, a soul tie. Yeah. You met this person when you was very vulnerable. But justice is here. Okay. You walked away. You followed your heart and walked away. You left somebody, even though you were in love with this man or this woman, you left them. You followed your heart and left. You said, I can't do it no more. I gave everything that I had and I have nothing left in me. Yeah. You gave everything you had and you had nothing left in you. Trying to please someone that never appreciated you in the first place. Now you're in the 9 of Cups. You're getting all your wish fulfillment since you left this person. Now you're moving on to bigger and better things. Now you're in a whole total different energy. The Tower is here. This person is going through that. This person's life is crumbling down as we speak. The Tower is here. Some of you release this devil. There go the devil in the reverse. You release this devil. You let go of this person that was very, very toxic. This was something you persevered, but you had to make these changes. Okay. Love don't live here anymore. Even though you left this person when you were in love with this person, had strong, strong feelings, but you had to walk out the door. I'm positive thoughts and energy. In my readings, there are lessons, blessings, and confirmations. You just have to be open-minded and vigilant to the message. Sometimes we have to look at things for what they really are. Look at a situation for what they really are. And sometimes we hold on so tight because if letting go of control, you feel like you're going to miss out on something. But when you learn to let go of this, and no matter what you feel at that time, you have to make the decision, your head over your heart. No matter how the feelings you feel for this man or this woman, no matter how much you love them, how much you care, it's time to go. Because I really feel like you binded a contract with a dark energy, and it was hard for you to come out of it. And some of you and somebody soon will walk away from somebody no matter how much you love them or care about them. You gotta go, because it's time to know when to hold, when to fold, and when to walk away. It's time for you to know your worth and know that you're not deserving of what you have been going through. Now, for a lot of you that has gotten out of this, congratulations, you broke free from this situation. You broke free. A lot of you going through this right now, that sometimes you just gotta leave with the clothes on your back. Sometimes you just gotta leave and let your mind and not your heart lead you. Let your mind lead you. Sometimes you got to walk away even though you love that person. If this is pertaining to your family, sometimes you just got to walk. You got to walk away and love them from a distance. I really hope that a lot of you, somebody really break free from this, because it's not going to end well if you don't. You have to know when to let go and stop holding on to things that you know are not good for you. No matter how good or how many memories you got or how many children you got, stop putting children in between it. Stop saying, well, I got kids and I got kids by him, I got kids by her. Learn how to co-parent, but it's time to move away from that person. It's just not good for you. She's not good for you. Might be good for the children, but it ain't good for you. And you got to know when to fold, when to hold, when to fold, and when to walk away. And in this situation, run. It's been time. It's been time for you to go. And now you're seeing your worth. Until next time.